Sorry, we're a little late getting on here. There was technical difficulties, and the technical difficulty was the idiot host, me, forgot to press the go live button.
Oh, Brian.
How about that, Kenny V? Uh, I'm Brian Carson. Welcome to another edition of the Press Box. My co-host Kenny Varner. How you doing, Kenny?
Oh, I'm doing all right, Brian. This is just chalk it up for the day. I'll tell you, it's been one of those days where everything that can happen does happen. So just take solace in that. Trust me.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That's the first time we've done 104 episodes now, and that's the first time I forgot to hit the go live. We got our guest tonight. Everybody knows him, the former voice of Mifflin County sports and Mifflin County historian, Dave Burman. Hey, Dave, thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, you are always loud, buddy.
All the way from Delaware County, PA, right outside of Chester. Can you believe it was this is my 10th season down here in Delco.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I'm still following Mifflin County sports. And I am following, I tell you, very, very impressed. Right now, the baseball team is, while we're speaking, they are at a high level of baseball right now. They won the first game of the doubleheader at Cumberland Valley 5, and they're tied 2-2 in the second half of the doubleheader down there, 2-2 in the fifth inning. What a hell of a job Ray Hoppel's done in his first two seasons after the program had 6 consecutive losing years, if you guys may recall.
Yeah, Ray's a hell of a coach. I mean, people who go back are old enough know Ray was assistant coach when Lewistown won their state championship. And now, he's doing a heck of a job. Last year, Mid-Penn Commonwealth champions, District 6 champions, and he has a chance to do it again.
Yes, so close last year. And Kenny, you cover these games, Brian. You've been there. The problem with Mifflin County is trying to get by this Erie McDowell outfit in the sub-regional. And I have all the records, the years, our softball team success against them. But baseball team, I mean, they had the great year with Kearns and Region, if you remember, 2016.
Yep.
Mid 16-8 overall, 10-4 Mid-Penn Commonwealth champs. Regular season, they lost in the Mid-Penn Conference tournament, and they lost a heartbreaker after beating Central Mountain in the District 6 championship game 6-2. This is 9 years ago. Then lost to McDowell in 11 3-2, and then they had between Bernie Howard and John McGonigal 6 straight years below 500, all but a district. They did get a District 6 championship though in 2021. But lost that sub-regional to state to Erie McDowell. But Ray Hoppel last year, 14-7 overall, 11-3 Mid-Penn, tied with the championship was Cedar Cliff. And then beat State College handily, 10-5 in the District 6-6A championship, and then had a lead late in the game against Erie McDowell in that sub-regional, lost 6-5. So they've never made the state tournament. Maybe this will be the year, but who knows? But Cedar Cliff beat Cedar Cliff today in baseball, beat Altoona 2-1 in 9 innings. So Mifflin County still at the inside shot if they can keep winning to capture at least tie Cedar Cliff for a Mid-Penn Commonwealth regular season championship. A lot of excitement up there, guys.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Kenny.
I was just going to say. And I still don't think that the Huskies have even hit their peak yet. I think they're starting to peak at the right time. They had a lot of guys last year graduate.
How many guys? I had like at least 15 seniors last year.
It was incredible. But I know that the group that they have now is really coming onto their own. And
The pitching.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at Grady Hopple, his son. You got
Nativo.
Aiden's going to Lebanon Valley College to play baseball. The Alexander kid, I see stuff. I've seen bits and pieces of them on the YouTube, and they're a typical Mifflin County scrappy team, and we'll just see how far it goes. District 6 is up for grabs, obviously, with Mifflin County, State College, and Altoona, and the winner will go to that sub-regional again. What about you? Can we turn to softball?
Yeah, go ahead. Not quite a good year for the softball.
Well, Mifflin County lost. The teams are really, really tough down there. Cumberland Valley beat them today 14-0. It's so weird, Kenny. Mifflin County, the softball team, 6-10, and they're in danger of not only. Remember, they dropped the 5A in softball. They're in danger of not only missing the postseason, but having a below 500 record for the first time in program history. Every year, they've been, 2011, a total of 12 seasons so far. They have made the District 6 championship game, as you very well know, and they're in danger of doing it, not doing it this year. What seems to be the issue? They're really blowing out some teams, the smaller schools. And then they just struggle, with they lost to Cedar Cliff, which was a shocker. Cedar Cliff has only one win this year in softball.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think a lot of it's there's a youth movement there. A lot of younger kids. They're trying to establish a pitching staff there. And when you have young kids and you have looking for some good pitching performances, it gets tough out there.
And
yes.
I think not to pick on them because they are young, but they just don't have the pitching right now that they've had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have it.
They still can make it, believe it or not, even though they beat Altoona twice, they're a 6A team. They still can make the tournament, but they have to win their last 4 games: Williamsport, Mechanicsburg, Central Mountain, or Bald Eagle. Or all they have to do is beat Central Mountain once. That's what I hear. But Central Mountain's like 14-1.
They're a tough team. They are a very good team. I've seen them play, and I hope down to that.
Who'd you say they got? Central Mountain, Mechanicsburg,
Williamsport, and Bald Eagle.
Well, it's going to have to be Williamsport and Mechanicsburg because and I think Kenny will agree, they're not going to beat Bald Eagle area.
No.
Oh, Bald Eagle's good again this year?
Bald Eagle's always good.
Yeah,
Bald Eagle is even back when I went there and it was a wrestling school, they were good in softball.
Oh, yeah, Dave Burman. Yeah. So this is pretty cool. District 6 does a nice job with the rankings. And so we're looking at, what's Bald Eagle? AA? I know Mifflin County played them in baseball.
Double A. Yeah, double A.
Let me see here. They're actually AAA. My bad. AAA.
Oh, okay.
Bald Eagle they have them here 12-3. Boy, that AAA is loaded in 6A. Forest Hills, Westmont, Central Cambria, Bald Eagle, top 4. So, well, we'll see. It'll
be between Bald Eagle and Forest Hills.
Okay. Well, it's we'll have to.
Kenny.
Yes.
Is Bald Eagle won 2 state championships in softball?
Yes, they did.
At least.
Yeah, 2, I believe. One under Breon, I think, way back, and I'm drawing a blank on the Lucas, I believe, right?
I could criticize now that Lewistown isn't a school. They never should have fired Dave Burman.
Yeah,
that was error for that time. I couldn't believe that. He did a hell of a job, and he appreciated my support. He got them to the playoffs for the first time in their school history when he took over.
Right. Judy had a rough year for Coach Bub. Lost the back-to-back.
Yeah, you can't. Gazer was probably the best pitcher in Pennsylvania. You can't lose somebody. Who was the catcher too, Ken? Isn't she gone?
Yeah.
Oh my
Or was
God.
it Reagan Lowry?
Reagan Lowry.
Yeah.
She's a senior this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can't lose Gazier and expect to repeat what you did the last 2 years. She was a phenom.
You guys have good softball up in District 6, and Kenny, you cover a lot of these teams. 2002, first District 6 softball champ was Penns Valley. Do you cover them? Remember them, 2002?
Yep.
Beat Blue Ridge. Then I'm just looking at champ. Bald Eagle won in 2005. I think that was a year after Breon was let go from Lewistown. I remember covering Phillipsburg Osceola, Coach Gonder, 2007. Then again in 2009, Bald Eagle, AA. Belfont, 2010. Phillipsburg Osceola, Gonder again, 2011. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. It's been a while, guys. That's the last one for District 6.
They're still good. I mean,
yeah, Bald Eagle runner-ups 2 years ago.
Yeah, the teams are still good.
My honey says hi. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, Bald Eagle runner-ups 2014. So, but yes, traditionally, you guys very, very, very good baseball, softball, District 6.
Yeah.
So
we usually do.
Yeah. Me and Joey Gilloway have had the conversation. We had a show a couple of weeks ago, or last week. Should they merge District 3 and 6? Put the district like Mifflin County, Altoona State College through the District 3 tournament since they play that type of schedule. You're going to have an instance like in football next year, since Mifflin County, and just like this year, State College is going to have an automatic bye in football. They're going to have 2 weeks off. They get like an automatic District 6 championship because Altoona can't win games in football. One win, they had one last year, and then you've seen it in other sports. They also, now this year, perfect example, State College softball's good, even though they lost a doubleheader today to Central Dauphin. They're going to play, Altoona's won one game. They beat Juniata. So in Mifflin County being 5A in softball, it's going to be Altoona taking on State College. I mean, and then you have teams on the bubble that are 500, maybe a game below in District 3, and they don't get in. So
I don't know. You got a lot of people. It's split, I think. There's a lot of people that would like to see it, and there's a lot that don't want to see it. They don't.
It came back to bite the State College girls basketball team this year because it was only Mifflin County didn't qualify with their record in girls basketball, and it was State College played Altoona, both teams very good, and the winner it went the other way this time. The winner of that goes to the sub-regional. The loser was done. If they were in a District 3 tournament, they both could have maybe had a bye, won a game, and made kind of a run. Even if they lost, they get a consolation game. You know what I'm talking about? It's just a different scenario, but what are you going to do?
There's even some people I've talked to up here don't want to see the 3-6 merger, but they wouldn't mind 4 and 6.
Oh, 4 and 6. Well, yeah, that's well. Who do you got? You got Williamsport, but see, Williamsport they play in the District 2, 4. District 2.
Yeah.
And then out west, because Erie only has 2 6A teams, Erie High and Erie McDowell. I said, and I've been saying it for a year, put them in District 7, put District 7 tournament. But it is what it is, and whoever wins District 6, especially in the baseball, we're gonna have to run into Erie McDowell again. So we'll see if we can get it done, but one game at a time. I'll try to give you an update on this Mifflin County second game. If they win this game, they'll have 10 wins. That'll be the first time in program history they have ever had back-to-back double-digit wins, back-to-back seasons. If they can, they're probably going to do it anyway, but we'll see.
Ray needs to negotiate a raise then.
What's that?
Ray needs to negotiate a raise then.
Who
from
said
the
that?
school. Me.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at Mifflin County baseball here. The first year, now I covered the team 2012, 13, 14, 15. And the first head coach, remember who the first three years the head coach was? Baseball?
From Mifflin County.
Yep. The handsome
Travis Zook.
Pride of Belleville. 15-3 the first year. Lost to Central Mountain District 6 semis. 9-12 the year after that. Lost to Central Mountain District 6 semis. 2014, 11-10 overall. Lost to Central Mountain. 3 straight years. And finally, 2015 with Bernie. No, they lost to Altoona. That was the last Mifflin County baseball game I did play-by-play on. Kenny, you probably were there. Lost to Altoona. Peyton Reisman, I think, pitched the whole game, lost in 11 innings, 4-3. Do you remember that out at Altoona?
Yeah.
I remember that.
So for the first 1, 2, 3, 4 years, they couldn't get over the hump in the district. And finally, 2016. But then after Bernie's 16-8 year, losing records 8-13, 7-13, 8-11, 7-11, 3-15. John McGonigal's last year, 5-16. They still made the playoffs that year, by the way. And Ray's taken over, 14-7 last year. Right now, 9-5 this year, against damn good competition. So what's that's 23 and 7 plus 5, 23 and 12.
23 and 12.
So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But very exciting times with the baseball. Lacrosse is getting better. I finally got that history. You seen some lacrosse games, Kenny?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a big improvement. They're playing the higher caliber teams that have been there a while, but they're holding their own at times.
Yeah.
The boys program seems to be heading in the right direction. Where the girls, it's a touch and go, but they are making improvements.
So the boys, Anthony Everly was the first coach for 3 years. And they were in the Susquehanna Conference, ended up 3-7, 2-15, 5-13, no playoffs. The girls, it was Teresa Lamont, and she was there for the first 2012, 3 years. And remember that 2023 team 2 years ago, they had a final, they were 14-2 that year, playing like a hybrid, mostly a District 4 schedule. And then they played that District 6 championship, lost to State College 16-3. State College, much more established program. And then Mifflin County still qualified for the District 3 AAA tournament. Southwestern New York beat them 18-1. Last year, 4-13. So yeah, playing in the Mid-Penn, they're in the Commonwealth. It's a pretty good soccer. Lacrosse. It's not the lacrosse down here though, guys, as you very well know in Delaware.
Yeah, no, District 1.
District 1, Delaware County. You got
they dominate lacrosse.
Yeah, I mean Manheim Township did win a state championship in boys about 7 years ago, beat LaSalle College. So, but anyway, good progress by the Mifflin County lacrosse teams. Tell me, what do you think of lacrosse, Kenny? It's a pretty barbaric sport. It's awesome.
Oh, I love it. It's got a cross section of a lot of sports. It's high action. You got your field hockey, basketball, football, tendencies, and it's fun to watch. I'll tell you. I mean, the strategies and.
Yeah, well, I hope they stick with it. All right. I got to talk about your facilities. Unbelievable, new beautiful facilities. Now, is the sponsor Don Chapman the son? Or is it Don Chapman, the dad, or both the Chapman families together, right? It's a Don Chapman's sports complex, right?
The dad.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I knew them both. Remember the old Hammer Mill restaurant?
Yeah, they named it after him, and rightfully so. Before he passed away, he donated $1 million.
And then Don's son sadly passed away also,
Yeah.
So, yeah, and the you got to love those guys for doing that, giving back to the community, and it's just it looks really good. I mean, Have you guys toured the field yet, Brian? Brian, by the way, I'm glad you're feeling really good. Thank you very much for keeping in touch with me.
Thanks. No, unfortunately, I'm feeling better, but I can't get out yet. I'm chair bound until I heal up. But I have not. I've seen pictures, but I haven't seen the stadium.
Kenny, have you walk on it?
No, I haven't either. I've been going every place, but there, unfortunately. So I'm hoping to do it soon. It's like you said, it's looking real nice, and give the community some pride too when these teams come out visit our area.
I've seen. I mean, what did they? The baseball field is Capolias Field. What's the softball?
First Quality, is that?
Oh, okay.
I was thinking they should put do they have a salute or a tribute on that field to Janie Carolus, who meant so much to Mifflin County softball over the years?
They said they were going to put like a bench or a brick or something to honor her. And I want them to do, I hope they did it. At the track, I want them to do something for Scott Seckler.
Yeah, exactly.
If anybody deserves it, it's him.
Yes. So, score update here is it's a 2-2 in inning number 5, Mifflin County, Cumberland Valley, the second game. So, yeah, it's it's exciting times. I mean, that District 6 tournament will be now Mifflin County, preferably if they have the better record, they'll get a bye right to the District 6 championship and wait for the winner of State College Altoona. That'll be here before you know it. So what else is going up there, Brian? And Mifflin County Hawks.
Well, yeah, we got the Tomahawks. They're back in the Great Eastern Football Association, which was a good idea. That little 4-team league they were in last year was stupid. They're back in that. I forget their record. Do you know their record, Kenny?
I think they're 2-1. I believe.
Well, I know they lost to Upper Dauphin the other day. They might be 2-2 now.
Okay. I know their first home opener.
But the Tomahawks are going on. Saturday's the Mid-Penn Track and Field Championships. Yeah. Mifflin County is very good in the boys' distance with Carter Smith, Reese Cubison, and Wyatt Kaufman. Very, very good.
So Tomahawks are 3-3, guys.
Okay.
Greg Williams. He did the story anyway for the Sentinel. They're 3-3. Lost to Upper Dauphin the other day. So Kish Park.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It says here they travel to Upper Dauphin. Oh, they play them again May 17th. They have some time off. Brian Rogers doing a hell of a job, right?
Yeah, the Comanches, the Upper Dauphin Comanches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know who pisses me off on the Tomahawks?
Who?
Timmy Beck.
He's just a great athlete. I mean,
he never gets old. He looks like he did when he was in high school.
Still looks like.
I want to know what his damn secret is.
Looks like a young Tom Cruise.
Timmy Beck, what's your damn secret?
Yeah, he watches the show.
Because I look like I'm 58 going on 78, and Timmy looks like he did as a freshman in high school.
Yeah. By the way, Joey Gilloway's checking in Lewistown Gazette. Lingelstown Gazette.
Uh-oh, Gilloway's going to smack you for screwing up the name.
And we've had him on our show. Oh, excuse me, honey? Oh, yeah, as well. My wife says Joey should smack me. My wife loves Joey Gilloway. So there you go. Joey's her man. So Joey, you got to, the guy's, he's very, a lot of controversy down here about Trinity High School, Camp Hill.
I saw that. The was it girls basketball?
Christy Britton, 18 years, did an unbelievable job. And then the guy that fired her, he won't come out and say why.
Huh.
They won't come out, and they're trying to. Oh, and Joey, would you say he's passive aggressive, honey? Kind of. He's not passive. Anyway, he likes to stir the pot a little bit. So but he does shows, and he wants people to chime in, and he's looking for the other side of the story. Why was she let go? And Randy Gambelungi, the head coach of Central Dolphin, I saw that story in the Harrisburg Patriot. He's not going to play Trinity anymore because of the way they treated Christy, and him and Christy had a great relationship.
Yeah, I saw Gilloway's Facebook post. Do you know if he's gotten anybody that'll come on? Because he wanted the opinion from the other side.
Not yet, as far as I know. I made my opinions known.
Well, you're always shy like that.
No, I don't. My wife says I play to my audience, but a lot of times I don't. So I try to call a spade a spade. All right. So she keeps laughing, Brian. She thinks I'm full of crap. She thinks I'm a salesman. I mean, she's actually groomed Kenny Varner. I think I'm kind of a different guy than I was when I was coming up. When I was a little wild and crazy, I guess, for many of those 13 years up there. Spent a lot of time at the YMCA. How's the YMCA doing up there?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Kenny.
Thank you, Ed Stewart, for the like. We appreciate it.
Oh, me and Ed keep in touch. We go at it. Yep.
Ed's a good guy.
Yes,
Ed's a good guy.
Rich Stewart, state champ, right? 2002 baseball team.
Yeah.
Joe took Lewistown.
Joe, great football player.
How about that?
Basketball.
2004. They beat Hopewell first round of the states. We went to the state quarterfinals. Had Jeff Pecora's alma mater. We played. Jeff Pecora from remember Seasons Restaurant. Now he's at what's it called now?
Pecora something.
Near Creekside. Cora's.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys get out in the town much anymore.
I don't get out at all.
Okay, well, you will eventually. Or Kenny, I don't know. But anyway, so Jeff Pecora went to Bradford High School, and then you met the overtime. We lost that game, Lewistown, 2004 state quarterfinals. So close to having a boys team in the state finals and the girls team, Lewistown, in the state finals that 2004 season. But just the girls went, as you know. But it happened 1997. I do know that. Boy, my mind's swirling here, guys. You've had a lot of success up there, and you had a lot of big games up there over the years, Kenny.
We got spoiled. Go ahead, Kenny. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say we've gotten spoiled. Yeah, there for a while. That span from Brian 96 on to about 2004. We had a lot of state appearances.
Well, 2000 actually the basketball. Krista Gingrich's freshman year was 94-95 state quarterfinals that year, and then really from 95 to 2005, because Lewistown girls went to the state semifinals in 2005, was an unbelievable run with the basketball. The baseball team winning the state championship. And I think, what year was that? Was it 2000? Or I think it was 90 or 99. Both girls teams went to the state semis. Indian Valley, Lewistown. Do you remember that, guys?
Yes, I covered it.
Wasn't that?
Well, I covered. Franco covered Lewistown. I covered Indian Valley.
Roger Herto against Kevin Kodish.
We got a like from a really former great athlete in Mifflin County, Mr. Mark Hidley.
Mark Hidley. He used to always call the radio station, and he loved to hear the Who on Chicks 105.
Oh, yeah. The Who's his thing, man.
Yeah, the Who. And I'm trying to think of it. Teenage Wasteland. Was that one of the songs?
Baba O'Reilly.
Baba O'Reilly. He was
Mark is going to slap you for not knowing that title of that song.
Baba O'Reilly. I'm sorry, but I called it Teenage it's Chicks 105. Kodish would call up in the afternoons on his way home from Harrisburg where he worked. The Burminator. I want to hear. I forget. Come on, Eileen. You remember that song? Come on, Eileen.
Yeah.
I forget.
But
yeah.
What's Mark's claim to fame?
Well, besides his sons and his daughter had a great deal.
Yeah, I mean his career.
Oh, he went to Millersville, right? No, Franklin and Marshall.
No, besides he's the only athlete to win, used to be the Murph Awards. Now it's Big Louie in 2 different sports.
He was
Football and basketball.
Yeah, I never played hoops with Mark at the Y, but I remember playing with the Hidley, Heath, and then Hayden and Trent. They were damn good basketball players.
Well, they could do everything. I heard.
Oh my God!
I forget who it was that told me that said Trent was a hell of a football player and a pitcher.
Those guys were like, it was hard to play against them. I'm glad they were on my team because they were like, when you play, I remember us basketball guys are out at it must have been 2016 or 17, and the wrestlers came out there to play us. A bunch of wrestlers. I would have great video of that. And those wrestlers were taking us down at the knees. I thought I was going to lose one of my knees.
Well,
they were unbelievable, those guys.
Wrestlers can do anything.
Might have been the oldest Chris Stein, Nick. Might have, who's I think down this area now, right?
I don't know.
So anyway, his youngest brother, he's playing baseball for Mifflin County. I know that. So anyway, Mark Hidley, thanks for checking in. And
the thing though, Mark's greatest achievement is his kids.
Well, of course,
and I'm sure he'd agree. I got a story to tell. On how perceptive this guy is. Kenny Weitzel.
Yes.
Who I love as a human being and a wrestler. Kenny Weitzel told me, when Trent was in 9th grade, he said he is going to be the best wrestler to ever come out of Mifflin County. And he was dead right.
Yep.
The new freestyle rankings came out, Burman. Now, this is a Lewistown kid. He is ranked 8th in the world.
That's pretty damn good.
The frickin' world.
That's a pretty damn good. And he's on TV now. You guys saw you.
Yeah, he did he did a great job at the NCAA tournament.
Right. That's just
he's gonna take my job if he wants it at Big Louie.
Yeah, well, it's going to be it now. Where Hayden is where now? Hayden is coaching
Stanford.
Well, he'll probably be a head coach someday.
Oh, I'm sure they want him bad, man. He started at North Dakota State, and right away Stanford plucked him up.
Incredible. And
I'm not surprised by that. I knew he would be a coach. Trent told me he wants to wrestle for as long as he can. He's got big goals. He already won the U.S. Open. He wants to be on a world team, and he wants an Olympic gold.
Yeah.
We got a like from 2025, and deservedly so, District 6 Wrestling Hall of Famer Dale Sear.
Awesome. Dale Sear, my man. I could go on.
My brother from another mother.
I used to see Dale when I used to drive around. Besides on the wrestling matches we did with the great Bob Howard, I used to see Dale. He worked on the streets. I mean, he did. Okay,
yeah.
That sounds very good. Anyway.
Worked on the streets. Dale, if you're listening, I never knew you were a prostitute.
I see. Come on, man.
How much, Dale, how much do you charge if women want to touch your shiny, bald head?
Stop it. He was on the back of a truck. I forget. I think he worked for the city or the town, and he would always wave. I just remember some of those days. One of the toughest jobs I had was driving from Burnham down to Lewistown in town to get the mail because I kept running into 50 billion people every day. But I had flexible hours there.
Do you know what was great, though, Burman? I don't know if you knew this, but they totally surprised Dale. They put Tyson in the Hall of Fame with him.
He deserves it.
But wasn't that classy? Tyson's a younger wrestler. They could have waited on him, but they got together, the District 6 committee, and put Tyson in, which was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. Congratulations to you too. Hall of Famer, Mifflin County, Brian Carson.
That's enough of that.
Oh, you're too humble.
The only reason I'm getting honored by the Hall of Fame is because I'm so freaking old and have outlasted everybody.
Oh, stop, Brian. Stop. Or Kenny, isn't that a great?
Right, Kenny?
It is.
Right,
It is.
Kenny?
What's that?
I've outlasted everybody. That's why.
No, you got a pretty big, long resume, my friend. A very distinguished one, and it's well deserved.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Ken.
Unbelievable. Oh, here it is, guys. I'm sorry. Remember I was talking about Lewis?
Here's what Dale said about his bald head. You can't afford it.
Dale Sear. Unbelievable. 2001 was the year, guys. That was when Lewistown girls made it to the state quarterfinals, lost to West Mifflin out at St. Francis, a 12 o'clock noon game. And then the state semifinal was Indian Valley West Mifflin, who won that game by 20. And then Allentown Central Catholic won all. So, yeah, you guys had a heck of a run. Now, since then, boy, it's been tough going. There hasn't been that many Mifflin County since the merger to go to the state tournament.
No, and the real stunner is how bad the girls have gotten.
Bad in what?
Basketball.
Uh,
Because honestly, and I think Kenny will agree with me, I think
you're gonna get some people tipped off, Brian.
I don't mean it in a bad way, but they were bad this past year.
Yeah, I saw. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, but they looked a little young. Okay, from what I saw on TV, I'm not there in person, but Aaron gave it up, and then Crystal Weaver is the new coach.
I'm glad for Crystal. She's been there a while. She paid her damn dues, and she's a sweetheart. I think Curry's doing a great job with the boys.
Yeah. He's down here.
I do.
So back-to-back District 6 runner-ups ended up 10 and 13 both years, but they have like 8 or 9
It
guys.
doesn't matter. I will say the boys team really did suck. They were lucky if they won 1 or 2 games until Curry got there.
They were that close in 2021 to winning a District 6 championship. Do you remember that game with Altoona? Bob Seeley was the coach. Do you remember that game? And it went overtime. They were that close, but we lost to Altoona. Mifflin County, they were 5-15 that year. Altoona was 2-18, and they had to have 2 teams in the District 6 championship, but that was close. But anyway,
I'm being honest tonight. I love Bob Seeley. Bob Seeley, actually, most people don't know this because I don't even think Kenny knows this. Bob Seeley, before he got into the school district and a teacher, Bob Seeley was the editor of the Lock Haven Express. And he tried to hire me away from Franco to be the sports editor there.
Wow. I remember Seeley. Bob was assistant coach to Gowan Stoker at Indian Valley, and they both lived up in the Bellefonte area or Center County at least. So when I would do my Thursday night shows, I remember the shows I did at the old Black Horse guys. Kenny, you remember them, Brian?
Oh yeah, Black Horse.
Terry Dippery and the Black Horse. Wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, Stokes would come out, and Seeley would give him the ride home. Because Stokes liked to have a beverage here and there, and he was one of my favorite interviews. And another guy who told it like it is, coached at Lewistown, who he's from New York originally. I like that Bob Gutoff guy.
Oh, he was good.
Steve Gutoff. You remember him?
Steve Gutoff, yeah. And then he decided to leave to see if he could build the St. Joe's program, and they just didn't get enough kids.
But anyway, I liked him. Stokes was great. I used to like Alan Muir. Had some great interviews with him. Among Aaron Gingrich, you had him on your show. He can talk forever. Yeah,
Aaron's eloquent. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
Stoker was my football coach.
Bald Eagle. Yep.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
I have the distinction. When he first got the job at Indian Valley and I went over, Franco sent me over to the school to interview him, and he recognized me, and he went, "You know something, Carson?" I'm like, "What, Coach?" He goes, "Your senior class was the most undisciplined class I ever had."
Oh,
It's like, "Thank you, Coach."
oh my God.
Because we sucked, and then the next year they won their first District 6 championship.
Yeah. Yep. That was 2002.
85.
Oh, 85. I'm sorry. Bald Eagle. Yeah. He did a great job.
I graduated in 84, and we were terrible.
Unbelievable job. Yes.
Uh, hey, wait, I got to ask Kenny something.
Yeah.
Where did Carson Nagel go?
Lock Haven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's following in his dad's footsteps.
He's going to be a starter there.
Yeah, they got a new coach and everything this year. So they're looking for a bright future, that's for sure.
So what's going on down your way, Burman, sports-wise? I didn't know. Are you guys any good in baseball? I know you're football and basketball down there.
Very, very good in baseball, but it's very, very competitive down here. If you want to go by state championships, in Delaware County, we've only had one team, and that includes our private schools that are allowed to play, like Archbishop Carroll, Monsignor Bonner, Cardinal O'Hara. We've had one baseball team win a state championship and one softball team. Baseball team 2018, we beat Lower Dauphin. That was Marple New. And then softball 2014 was Springfield Delco. That's it. One each sport. And the softball's been around 50 years. Mifflin County, you guys have had, one with Lewistown 2002, softball none. But it's tough. It's tough to win a state tournament, especially now. Hell, we haven't had in District 1, we haven't had a boys basketball team win a state title since 2013 when Lower Merion beat Chester, and that's in any class. Yes, but it's good baseball. But the kids are spread out. A lot of the kids are all over the place with the private schools, the Philadelphia Catholic League, the Delaware. We border Delaware, we border South Jersey. We got Malvern Prep takes a lot of guys away, and a lot of schools are not members of the PIAA, but it's damn good baseball down there. We produce a lot.
Does your nephew still play high school, or is he in college?
He's the youngest one, Sammy. I've been posting updates with him. He is a junior at Catholic University in Washington, D.C. He's tearing it up. He's hitting about 380, and they're in the Landmark. They play against Juniata. They play against Susquehanna University, Scranton. So they're in the tournament second round this week. So he's the last of the Burmans. The first two played at Susquehanna University, right down the road from you. Ben and Alex, and then Leo and Sammy played at Friends Central, which is right outside of Philadelphia and near St. Joe's University. So, yeah, they're private school kids.
Okay.
So
Sammy was his high school like Episcopal something?
No, Sammy and Leo's the youngest went to Friends Central High School.
Oh, okay.
The oldest ones went to Episcopal.
There you go. That's what.
Yeah, and they're great in all sports. So, yeah, it's our sport down here is lacrosse. We've won last year between they have AAA, AA, 4 classes combined between boys and girls, and Delco won 3 state titles. And 2 of them were public schools, Radnor and Marple Newtown. It's just boys volleyball, not much here. Boys volleyball is tough as hell in the York area, Lancaster, very, very good there. And I know you have girls volleyball there. And, I'm just, what other sport? Track and field were great, but you guys, you said Mifflin County could make some noise. Boys, you said, in the state event coming up. Can they win the district? Can they win District 6?
The relay can, Carter Smith will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Carter is he's won 2 indoor state championships, right?
And yes.
In the 800.
And then he won a cross country.
And okay, so he's ready to use the states. He's ready. there's a couple kids it'll be a tough battle, but he has a chance to win the 800 outdoor also, obviously.
Yeah.
There's some of these guys are freaks. Even a few of them down here aren't eligible for the state tournament because they're from the private schools, Episcopal, and they're just totally freak athletes.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You don't have many District 6 kids win a state cross-country championship.
Yeah.
You just don't. You just don't.
Yeah. So it's, we'll have to wait and see what happens. What other sports we talking about here? They're trying to think you got going around the state. It's just good. It'll be fun to watch. It'll be, we got the baseball, the softball, lacrosse. I think your best bet to make serious noise, Mifflin County baseball.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So right now they are losing 3-2 in the top of the 7th to Cumberland Valley in the second game. So they're bad. They're if they can get their hitting together. Wow. No.
That's it. Fire Hopple.
Stop. So anyway, the way that Cumberland Valley could make some serious noise too. So we'll have to wait and see. Because they go through District 3 and a lot of really good teams in District 3. And they do a great job on their website. So I'm hoping somehow, some way the softball team can get into the district. You never know, but because there'll be 5A, and the other two teams the 4 teams are in District 6 5A, and if the 2 bottom teams are terrible records, 1 win, 2 wins. Mifflin County has 6 wins, and hopefully they can. What do you think? They're going to have to beat Central Mountain twice.
Yeah, I think they can do that, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah. And you're looking at the baseball now. This is really exciting to follow here. They have to do a great job on there. So the top team, looking at District 3, which the top 12 teams make it. So Governor Mifflin, defending state champs, they were 5A last year. They bumped them up to 6A, but they're still 19-1. Cumberland Valley came into today's action 11-4, and right now 11-5. They were ranked 3rd. They got Wilson, West Lawn, Ephrata, Cedar Cliff, 6th, Manheim Township, Northeastern, Dallastown, Mechanicsburg, who Mifflin County has to complete a game, right? I heard they're losing 3-0. Kenny, is that true?
What was that again?
Mechanicsburg, Mifflin County had a game supposed to be yesterday, and somebody said it was 3-0 Mechanicsburg, and then rain came. I don't know if that's true or not.
Actually, that happened. Was supposed to happen on Monday, and it got rained out. And yesterday it was concluded. Let me check here for a second.
Yeah. Okay, because I think they have to make that up, and Red Line is number 12. So Central Dauphin is now. They lost. State College beat them twice. So who knows, Brian? We'll just have to wait and see. But give Ray a lot of credit. The guy's a winner.
It's to be continued. They're losing 3-0 right now. Mechanicsburg. When they restart it.
All right. Okay. Well, hopefully somehow, some way they can pull this out. It's kind of cool. I can follow the game and give you updates here. So what else, Brian? What else do you want to talk? Want to talk any Phillies baseball?
No.
I'm looking for Bryce Harper to finally get that ring.
Bryce Harper will never get a ring.
What about the Philadelphia Eagles?
And Trey Turner will never get a ring. Well, except he did with us.
Yeah.
And then he traded too. The Eagles, their biggest challenge is going to be the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not being biased because it's my team, but you look at the Rams' young defense, and then they picked up Devontae Adams. Right. They're going to be good if they stay healthy. But, of course, you got to pick the Eagles. You got to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Until somebody knocks them off.
Right. All right, so Mifflin County here. Kenny, you got to help me with the roster. I do not have a Mifflin County roster.
Oh.
The runner at second 1 out, trailing by 1, top of the 7th. They have number 6 at the left-handed batter.
Okay.
The other.
Grab your scorebook, Kenny.
I know that. Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool here. Bouncing ball to second. 2 outs. Runner at third, so 2 outs, and here comes 17 to the plate. Little guy. Who's number 17?
17 is Lincoln Rubel.
Oh, okay. Little guy. What, about 5'5"?
Hmm.
Look, what year's he in?
Not sure.
Okay, but he looks like he's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
They have a junk ball pitcher, Cumberland Valley, on the mound. So you guys can talk, and I'll, unless you want me to do like play-by-play here. I mean, we're in the 7th inning, 2 outs. Mifflin County trails 3-2, second half of the doubleheader. Stretch. Runner at third can tie it up, swinging a miss by Rubel. He's a stocky little guy, though. Maybe somebody can chime in that knows him that's watching the show here tonight. Right-handed batter has an open stance. Here's a stretch by the pitcher of Cumberland Valley. And the pitch. Going outside for a ball. Good patient. I tell you, who's the batting coach for Mifflin County? Who's the hitting coach?
I can't get in this because I don't cover games. I don't get out.
Kenny, you're all over, but you're also doing Center County stuff, right?
Yeah. I've actually handed over some of the Mifflin County stuff to some younger player or younger writers. Dom Reed is one of my.
Reed, okay.
Yeah.
He's a rising. Yeah, he's getting better. All right, so Rubel's still at the plate. He has a good eye, this kid. He looks strong. He swings and misses. That was a pitch to hit, too. Man, that was a hanger. So 3-2. Mifflin County trails 3-2, top of the 7th, last chance here. They won the first game. How's my play-by-play sound, Brian?
Good.
Okay. They won the first game, Mifflin County, 5-0 at Cumberland Valley.
What is this? Well,
Strike 3 called, game over.
okay.
The Mifflin County splits the doubleheader 3-2. They're 9-6, but still tremendous effort. Cumberland Valley getting a little cocky out there. A little cocky. They probably didn't think Mifflin County. It's called Solvay Brothers Athletic Express. So anyway, so it looks like it's going to be really hard for them, Mifflin County, to win at least end up in a tie, because they got 2 games coming up with Cedar Cliff, which will be tough. Now both teams are shaking hands, so there you go. So I guess Mifflin, I don't know when they play again, but yeah, what? Anything else, Brian? I'm sorry, I'm talking too much here.
No, it's okay.
I'm in live play-by-play.
Anything? Because we're almost at the hour. So is there anything you want to talk about before we get off?
Congrats being in the Hall of Fame, Kenny. I like your hometown sports. Mount Union baseball, beating Mifflin County, shutting them out 2-0. How far can this team go? Nick Imperoli. What a great story by you, Brian.
Nick, my guy. I got a Nick story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Since this is a podcast, so I'm going to tell everybody, if there's young kids, there's some foul language here. But it's great. It sums up Nick and to a T. Nick, as I said, English teacher, great guy. But what I couldn't put in the story, because, I didn't want to Like, I wanted to make it all nice, you know what I mean? And Nick, I was doing a District 6 playoff game up there in Marion Center. And Nick, everybody that knows Nick knows that that field was his baby. And like I said, English teacher, great guy, but he had a mouth like a sailor.
Who, Nick?
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Oh, yeah. And Nick, in the Marion Center, it rained the day before, and he got the field ready. So we're going into the top of the second, and the Marion Center pitcher says that the mound is wet. He wants more dirt. And that set Nick off.
Whoa.
Talk about his field, that's it. And Nick was nice enough. He always used to invite me, which coaches wouldn't, to sit with him in the dugout.
Wow.
So I'm in the dugout. He goes to get the wheelbarrow with dirt in it. And I mean, this is like everybody heard him because he wasn't quiet. He goes, you know, Brian, my dick gets wet, but you don't see me throwing dirt on it.
Did you say Mike Ditka?
My dick
Oh,
my dick gets wet, but you don't see me throwing dirt on it. I lost it. I laughed so hard, I thought I was going to pee myself.
damn, I thought you said Mike Ditka, the Alec.
No.
Okay. Anyway, what a story.
So, how's down there? MAGA country, right?
Yeah.
Down here at your area, MAGA, right? MAGA, MAGA?
MAGA. MAGA country? No, honey, it's more, what do you think it is now? That it's not MAGA country, no. That's a Donald Trump you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Make America great again. No. Out there, a lot of Trump fans I see.
Yeah, it is. This is like, if I had to say, I'd say, would you, Kenny, about 85% pro-Trump?
Yeah, that'd be a good
Some
assumption.
is like here or more, I hate to say like non-Trump, but non-Trump, they're not big fans of Trump. But, you know, but he's involved with a lot of sports lately, I've been seeing.
Yeah, did you see that? And then he had a
Redskin Commander fan, or I heard.
And then he had a private meeting with Nick Saban.
Yeah.
To talk about college football.
Yeah. Well, a lot of my Philly guys were pissed that he was it was at the Josh Harris. Josh Harris owns the Sixers and the Redskins, and he had Roger Goodell there, and they were talking about they're going to have the NFL draft in Washington, and Trump, of course, he's the greatest, building it up. Oh my God, this is great. These guys love me, and Goodell seemed like, but my fans here, they don't like Josh Harris. Some of them like Trump, and they're pissed off at Trump for inviting Harris to the thing. So you just can't, because the Sixers suck, and Harris is doing nothing for the Sixers. So anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you just can't win.
Yeah, well, time I see Bryce Harper play, I think of Brian Carson, and Brian Carson never wants to see him win a world championship.
Never. Traitor.
What is your problem with him? Really, please.
He was a national and left.
And you know what's funny? Right after he left, they won the World Series.
I don't like him, Trey Turner, or Juan Soto.
Yeah, Soto's. Yeah.
Soto was even worse. The Nationals offered him I think it was $25 million a year, and he said no.
So who you rooting in the end? Now here we go again. The Celtics are crushing the Knicks by 18. I grew up not liking the Celtics because they beat the Sixers all the time in the 60s, and Russell changed. And then, but I just, because I was scarred in college with all those New York people, bandwagon New York fans. I'm against New York. So hopefully New York hasn't won a world championship since the 2011-12 season with the Giants, Eli Manning. So hopefully it's a 13-year curse will continue. So I'm rooting for the Celtics here. What about you?
My team got eliminated.
Who's that again? I forget.
The Rockets.
Yeah, you won a couple back-to-back, 94, 95. Kenny, who's your
my Miami Heat got smoked this year, so
they won Pat Riley. Okay, NHL guys. No, I forget Brian. I forget.
Nah, my team was terrible this year. The Boston Bruins.
They got your Stanley Cup though.
Yeah.
I forget how many years ago, but it was within 10 years. What about your Kenny, your NHL team?
actually don't follow them very close. I just kind of just a casual. I go for the Pennsylvania teams.
Okay. Do you know the last time the Flyers won the Stanley Cup?
75.
How many years that is? 50 years, Brian.
Yeah, 50.
Wow.
That was the Broad Street Boys.
Yeah,
Bobby Clark.
beat Schultz, Selesky. I just got a chance to see Don again. I'm on the board of directors for our Delaware County Sports Hall of Fame, and we got the big bird in.
Dave Schultz was ace prick.
Beat the crap out of people. 1-2.
Yes. And enjoyed beating the crap out of people.
With no helmets, and they used to butt head. Remember, he would pull hair and stuff like that. It was really cool. And the NBA was insane with the fights and the birds and the Dr. J and Maxwell, Lucas, Dawkins. It was just great days. It really was.
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny, maybe someday Kenny and I'll have a rematch at the YMCA, rematch in hoops.
Gonna have to have a defibrillator close.
Stop it, Kenny. We'll just get in shape.
Do you know what a sports writer's workout is? Eating pizza and donuts while you're typing.
Oh my God. Well, those days I was about 50 pounds heavier out there in Mifflin County. My wife has got me in shape over the years. But I was thinking of all the places that me and my honey. Remember Seasons Restaurant? Wednesday nights, all you can eat wings and tacos.
Yeah, I remember.
How about the Hammer Mill? All you can eat. The Waterfront, the Vince's Pizza. I'd go out, have a few beverages at Seasons. Me and my honey would go to eat a large bag of chips. We'd have pizza. It was terrible. We ate terrible. Even though I was working out all the time, swimming and playing ball at the Y. The key is your diet, guys. Drink a lot of water and basically stop eating.
I don't eat hardly at all anymore.
Well, you said you're down to what, 180 now?
No, 240. But I was 320.
Damn, man, you never looked that heavy. I got a picture with you about 8 years ago. You look pretty solid.
So that was loose clothes hiding the fat.
How about the picture from late 90s? I always like to post from the Sentinel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the long hair and stuff.
Yeah, I look like a hippie.
Yeah,
Here you go, Kenny. One of your guys, David Fye. Never give up, Kenny. I believe in you.
Thanks.
Is that one of my Special Olympians?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love those guys. How they doing, Kenny?
They're doing good. We're actually getting our 19th year of the Burnham Bulldogs football team.
Does Chicks 105 still do the games? It's like
no, they haven't in the last couple of years, but they did there for a while.
Yeah, I used to do a bunch of them, and public address and the game. My wife has some great interviews with. 1 year she interviewed. Remember Noah Wise was one of the officials.
Yep.
Noah, Ugetto. I think Joe Ugetto.
Yeah, Joe's.
Yeah, Joe's. He's friends with one of our high school softball coaches down here in Strathaven, who just who's originally. What's that?
Noah's a county commissioner now.
Noah Wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, him, Kodish, and Rob Postal.
Rob Postal, was he was he a lunatic or something? Is that the guy that everybody said he's going postal all the time?
No.
Rob Postal, man, that name rings a bell. Sports?
I think his son played.
So all getting along, they all have the same beliefs, and one for all for one.
I mean, if you talking political party?
Yeah, make Mifflin County better.
Wise and Postal are Republicans. Kodish is a Democrat.
Okay, well, that really doesn't mean anything, does it?
No.
Okay.
Kodish is more the way the Democrats used to be before they went batshit crazy.
Okay. All right. So, but anyway, did they have anything to do with getting the sports complex and all that? Or did the Chapman family say, here's $1 million, name the field after us?
Actually, it was, I don't know, would you say, Kenny, the ones that got the ball rolling were Johnny Panizzo and Joel Diamond.
Yeah. Yeah, those two were.
And they went to the school board, and then everything just snowballed, and then Chapman gave the $1 million.
Right.
To me, you give that much money, that automatically gets your damn name on the field.
I'll tell you what, man, I really appreciate being on the show with you guys. I have a lot of fun. I like
No problem. We enjoy having you. Before you go, let's see your honey so we can say hi.
All right, here we go. She is, she's going to come over, and all right, honey, talk to the guys. Isn't she a beauty?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Are you still not rooting for Midwest because they're not West Snyder anymore?
I know that I don't follow it, so David gives me updates every now and then, but I'm like, they don't mean anything to me. That isn't where I went to school. I
could understand that. I didn't know today. Dave told me that you work at Burman's.
I do, yeah. I've been there since we.
Tell her the news, Brian.
They are my medical supplier.
Oh, cool.
No kidding. Small world. They are my medical supplier.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like all over the place. We're like all over the East Coast and even the central part of the United States.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
I tell you what, she knew Matt Wright. Remember Matt Wright?
Oh yeah.
Okay, 20 years ago is the anniversary. Me and Bob Howard called a couple of their games, including the state quarterfinal game. They lost to, ironically, Springfield Delco down here off of Matt Wright gave up the homer to Siciliano state quarterfinals from Pine Grove High School. Amazing. So
I know he was a great high school baseball player, and he got the Double-A in the Blue Jays. But do you know what his claim to fame is?
His grandfather's is his grandfather the barber?
No, I mean Matt's. In my opinion, his claim to fame is that he once struck out Alex Rodriguez.
Oh wow!
There you go.
A-Rod was having a minor league assignment, rehab because he had been on the injured list, and Matt Wright struck him out with a curveball.
Unbelievable. Well, my honey did some great interviews, post-game interviews over the years with me. She did a good job at the Special Olympic Games, Kenny.
Yes, she did. And especially the in-game interviews were awesome.
They were fun. Yeah, they were fun.
All right, man.
So see you later, guys.
Awesome. See ya. David, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Everybody says I outkicked my coverage.
You're good. You're good, buddy.
You get it?
Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you. And hopefully we'll get Gilloway on, then we'll have a three-way. Kenny, we'll talk, when the playoffs are going on, we can, because he does play-by-play for Central Dauphin softball. And you wouldn't, Mark Stoichif is the public address announcer for Central Dauphin softball.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew that. Is he still the scorekeeper too?
He probably does it both. Yeah. Probably does it both. All right, man. Well, great. It was a pleasure, and we'll be keeping in touch.
All right, buddy. You take care.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Got it.
That is Dave Burman, former Chicks broadcaster that was on the show. We always go long. You know that, Kenny? But who cares? We have fun.
That's right. That's right. There's no set time, thank goodness. We just go and.
Do you have any shout outs before we get out of here?
I hate to say this, but well, I do have one shout out.
Hell with the kids. No shout outs this week.
I got one.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
You know we still gotta play your music, even if you only have one. All right, go for it.
Okay. As many of you know, Center County got blasted last week with a tornado and high winds and a lot of power outages. And well, my place happened to be one that was struck. We had lost power for 2 days, and I want to give a shout out to all the electrical people, cable people, all those that came out to get everybody up and running again in that short of time. They did a great job, tireless job. I am so thankful. Our power was only out for 2 days, so I want to shout out to the utility people who keep things going.
Awesome. Exactly. Yeah, when you don't think about them until you absolutely need them, and then they're there.
Yep.
And a lot of times they don't get any credit at all. They're just
no,
unfortunately, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, then. That's going to wrap it up for tonight's edition of the Press Box. We will, I never know what's going to happen. The week before, I was sick. Last week, you lost power. We'll try to be here next week.
Do you think there's like a voodoo doll of our show?
Yeah.
Sitting there?
We'll see what happens, but I think we'll be back. So we'll see you next week. And thank you for listening to the Press Box. For Kenny Varner, I'm Brian Carson. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Take care. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.